We use it pretty much every single day. But have you ever really, truly stopped to think about what money actually is? It's not just the paper in your wallet or the numbers you see on a screen. It is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful inventions in all of human history. So let's unpack its incredible story.
Okay, to really get why money is so brilliant, let's imagine a world without it. Just picture this for a second. You need food for the week, and the only thing you've got to trade is your phone. Now you have to find a grocer who not only has the exact food you want, but also just so happens to need a new phone right now. Sounds like a total nightmare, right? Well, that's because it is.
So this whole mess of directly exchanging stuff is called the barter system. And that really tricky problem of finding the perfect person who has what you want and wants what you have, economists have a name for that. They call it the double coincidence of wants. And honestly, it's the main reason why bartering is just so clunky and inefficient for any society that's even a little bit complex.
So how in the world do we solve this massive headache? Well, we invented something totally new. A technology, really, that completely changed how we trade, how we interact, and how we build entire civilizations. We invented money.
So what is it, really? Well, formally, money is just about anything that a whole bunch of people agree has value and can be used as payment. It doesn't have to be a shiny coin or a crisp bill. The absolute key, the secret sauce, is that it's widely accepted. That shared belief is what gives it all its power.
Now, for money to actually work, it has to do 3 specific jobs. First, it's a medium of exchange. It totally solves that barter problem we were just talking about. Second, it's a unit of account. Think of it like a universal yardstick that tells you, hey, a phone is worth way more than a gallon of milk. And third, it's a store of value. You can save it for later, which, let's be honest, is something you definitely can't do with a pile of bananas.
And here's the thing, money hasn't just stood still. Oh no, it has been constantly evolving, changing right alongside human civilization. So let's take a look at that incredible journey, from the earliest forms of exchange all the way to the code that's on our screens today.
Right, so it all kicked off with bartering. Then we moved on to commodity money, basically things that had their own built-in value. Think salt, which was so valuable that Roman soldiers were actually paid in it, which is where we get the word salary, or even these giant, unmovable stones on the island of Yap. A huge game changer came around 600 BCE with the first coins, which created a standard verifiable value. Centuries later, Tang Dynasty China made another massive leap with paper money, which was obviously way easier to carry around. Then the 20th century basically made money invisible with credit cards and digital transfers. And now, of course, we have cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which are totally decentralized and are challenging the very idea of what money can be.
Okay, so we've covered what money is and where it came from. But the really crucial question is, what does it do? How does this invention actually shape our lives, from the tiny choices we make every day to the entire global economy?
On a personal level, money's impact is just profound. It's the tool we all use to meet our most basic needs. We're talking food, shelter, all that stuff. But it's also how we invest in ourselves through education and new skills. And beyond that, it's our key to pursuing the hobbies, the travel, and all the experiences that make life truly rich and fulfilling. And if you zoom out, this personal impact scales up in a huge way. I mean, the same exact tool you use to buy groceries is what entire nations use to trade with each other. The same system that affects your personal sense of well-being is what central banks are using to manage the economic health of entire countries. Money really does operate on every single level of our society. And that brings us to the big one, right? The question everyone asks, can money buy happiness? Well, the answer is a bit complicated. While money itself isn't the goal, it is, without a doubt, an essential tool. It gives us access to the things that build a satisfying life, from basic security all the way to brand new, enriching experiences. But as powerful and as amazing as money is, it's not perfect. It's not without its problems. And just like it's evolved so much in the past, right now it's facing a whole new set of challenges and some incredible innovations that are shaping what comes next. Modern money definitely faces some serious hurdles. You've got inflation, which can just silently eat away at your savings. That $100 you save today might only buy you $95 worth of stuff next year. There's economic inequality, creating these massive gaps in who has access to what. And as our money becomes more and more digital, the threats of fraud and cybercrime get bigger every single day. But, and this is the exciting part, for every single challenge, there's a huge wave of innovation. Little things like contactless payments are already the new normal.
On the other end of the spectrum, you have cryptocurrencies that are pushing us to completely rethink what a financial system can even be. And we're also seeing this incredible rise in sustainable finance, as more and more people demand that their money actually aligns with their values.
So, when you pull it all together, it becomes pretty clear. Money is so much more than what's in your pocket. It's a foundational technology for civilization. It's a system of trust that allows millions of complete strangers to cooperate and build the incredible world we all live in.
Its journey has been just wild. From seashells and chunks of salt to incredibly complex software running on global networks. And that leaves us with one final, fascinating question to chew on. What's next? What will this absolutely essential human invention look like a century from now?